Naledi Mokina never believed in coincidences. She was the kind of woman who read signs in rain clouds, patterns in dreams, and messages in the way strangers looked at her. So, when she got the call from a prestigious digital firm in Sandton offering her a full-time role in the strategy department, she didn't question it. She didn't hesitate. She called it destiny. The excitement in her chest was almost too much to carry as she rushed to tell the one person who'd always believed in her, Karabo. They'd been dating for over a year. He was funny, charming, soft-spoken, the kind of man who always knew when to say, "I'm proud of you." That night, she made him dinner, creamy pasta and garlic bread, his favorite, and when he walked in and saw the candlelit table, he smiled with those eyes that used to see right into her. "Babe, I got the job." He dropped his work bag and hugged her tightly. "That's my girl. You did it. I knew you would." But strangely, he never asked where. And she, floating in the high of new beginnings, never told him. Monday arrived. Naledi dressed carefully, choosing confidence in the form of a navy jumpsuit and gold earrings. Her taxi ride into the heart of Sandton felt like a movie. The office was sleek, glass walls, chrome finishes, modern art hanging above designer furniture. She was greeted warmly by HR, handed her welcome pack, and escorted to her floor. Everything felt right. A new job. A fresh space. New people. She was exactly where she was meant to be. The first week passed in a blur, meetings, introductions, trying to remember who sat where and what each person did. But by Thursday, she noticed something strange. The office buzzed with a kind of subtle gossip energy. You could feel it between the polite smiles. Colleagues were kind, but guarded. Especially when she mentioned she had a boyfriend. "Oh, does he work in Joburg too?" one asked, eyes flickering. "You'll see," another said, cryptically. Naledi thought nothing of it. Until Friday. It was just past 8 a.m. She was waiting by the elevator when the doors opened. And there he was. Karabo. In a crisp white shirt and navy tie. Her Karabo. They both froze. "You?" She half laughed, shocked and thrilled. He blinked, mouth slightly open. Then, recovering, he chuckled awkwardly. "Wow. This is unexpected." He hugged her, quick, tight. "How long have you been here?" she asked, smiling up at him. "Started Monday," she said brightly. Same day I left for leave," he muttered, avoiding her eyes. At first, Naledi thought it was fate playing matchmaker again. What were the odds? Working in the same company as her boyfriend, different departments, sure, but still, it felt magical. They had lunch together that day. But something about him was off. He didn't hold her hand. Kept checking who was walking by. Conversations were short. Jumpy. He kept glancing at his phone, tapping nervously. She brushed it off. Maybe he's just adjusting back to work, she told herself. Maybe he's not comfortable showing affection at work. But by Tuesday, the tension grew thicker. Karabo avoided the cafeteria when she was there. He skipped their usual post-lunch walks. At home, he was still affectionate. Sweet. But at the office, he was practically a stranger. Then came Noxie. A name that floated through conversations like perfume. Noxie and Karabo, those two are unstoppable. Shame, I missed their jokes. They made work fun. She's back next week. On Monday. Naledi's ears perked every time the name came up. She assumed Noxie was just a close friend. Maybe an old team member. She didn't think too much. Not yet. Monday arrived. And so did Noxie. Naledi first saw her in the main boardroom. Tall, confident, breathtakingly beautiful. The kind of woman who made you feel like you needed to stand straighter just by being near her. She had a way of walking that commanded respect. Her voice was sharp, her laugh louder than most. And when Karabo walked into the room and saw her, his face lit up in a way Naledi hadn't seen in weeks. He walked straight to her. They hugged. Not casually. Not like colleagues. It was intimate. Familiar. Naledi watched from across the room, frozen. Later that day, she tried to ask him. So, that's Noxie? Karabo nodded. Yeah. She's in accounts. Nothing more. No elaboration. Just discomfort and silence. That evening, Naledi stayed late to finish up some reports. As she walked past the executive floor, she heard laughter. Karabo's. Nox's. Peeking in through the frosted glass, she saw them sitting close, leaning in, laughing at something only they understood. The next morning, in the bathroom, Naledi overheard two women whispering. Does Naledi even know? Karabo and Noxie have been a thing forever. They were the couple in this office. It's so awkward now. Shame. Her blood ran cold. Naledi's world cracked open. The man she loved was already in a full-blown relationship. Right under her nose. Right in her workspace. And the worst part? Everyone seemed to know. Everyone except her. Days passed in fog. She stopped going to the kitchen. Ate lunch at her desk. Eyes glued to her screen. Heart broken beyond words. Karabo tried to act normal. Texted at night like nothing was wrong. Said I love you with a voice so flat it felt like a lie. Then one afternoon, she saw Noxie in the parking lot. Alone. Naledi walked up, calmly. I just want to know. Were you dating Karabo while I was too? Noxie tilted her head, unfazed. Sweetheart, she said with a smirk, Karabo and I have been together since before he met you. You were just the girl on the side. That night, Naledi packed her things and left Karabo's apartment. She didn't scream. She didn't cry in front of him. She just looked him dead in the eyes and said, You disrespected me. You humiliated me. You lied to me while pretending to love me. But worst of all, you made me feel like I was the problem. And now, I'm done. What followed wasn't easy. The rumors didn't stop overnight. The stares continued. Noxie and Karabo flaunted their relationship louder than before. And yet, Naledi held her head high. She worked. She performed. She showed up. Every single day. Months passed. She requested a transfer to a different branch and got it. She thrived. New friends. New projects. Peace. One day, while attending a company seminar, she stood on stage presenting a groundbreaking campaign. As she spoke, strong and graceful, she noticed Karabo in the crowd alone, older, smaller somehow. Noxie wasn't with him. But Naledi didn't care. Not anymore. Life had moved on. She had moved on. And when a warm, kind-eyed man from HR approached her after the event and said, Naledi, I've followed your work. Mind if I take you to lunch sometime? She smiled. Because now she knew what she wanted. And it would never again be half-love. It would never again be lies behind smiles. It would be whole. Or nothing at all.